So the first stage is like, I mean, the process will start. It's like we do the ETL process to move the data. So the first step in the ETL process is data extraction. So you can see here, these are the feed systems. Feed systems are nothing but they are the operational data sources where all the business transactions will be running on. So from here we capture the data and we keep the data into the first stage, which is called as a data staging area. First stage, which we call it as data staging area. So always the data transformation means, as I told you, in the first stage, uh, moving the data from OETP system into the staging area. So we do not use any kind of transformation logic. If at all, if you have used the transformation logic, when you have a static sources like the flat files or the XMLs, yes, if you have the static sources as your source systems, then we go for the then we at that time we can use the transformations which changes the data. So at the time we use the transformation, basically those transformations will be done in the ETL memory. So when you go for this ETL process, there are three objects required for the ETL process. Three objects are required. So what are the three objects? It's like a source definition, transformation rule, target definition. Source definition, transformation rule, and the target definition. Right. So in this, for every ETL process, these two are required. Source definition and the target definition are required, whereas the transformation rule is something optional. Means when you create a ETL process, when you create a ETL design or the ETL plan, source definition and the target definition are must and should, whereas the transformation rule is optional. So if the transformation rule is applied, or if you use any transformation logic within the ETL process, then that transformation will be happening in the ETL memory. In the ETL memory, the transformation will happen. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. So we move the data into the staging area.
Venkat, I have a question. So when you said the transformations will be in the ETL memory, so is there a limit or something with that?
Limit in the sense?
I mean, you said it happens in the ETL memory, right? So how much can it take?
It can take any amount. Say it's auto. So depending upon the source data that we have the auto setting over there. So within the ETL tool, based on the setting, it will. I mean, based on the amount of data we are getting from the source, the ETL memory will be expanded based on that.
Okay, it's like not limited to anything.
Correct. So previously we used to calculate previously at previous version like before 7. So now is Informatica 9.5 is the latest version, right? 9.6 is the latest version. So before 7, 6, 4 in that versions we used to calculate the amount of data and give more than that usually. So if we have 6 MB of data, we usually give 7 MB or 8 MB cache size will be given. So cache size is nothing but the transformation. The transformation process.
Okay.
All right. So we move the data from the staging area to the operational data store. So the operational data store always it contains the current valued detailed data. So when you require when your project is required with any ad hoc reporting or the current trend analyzing the current, if you wanted to analyze any current trends of your business, then you go for the ODS layer. So from the ODS layer, we aggregate the information and or we summarize the information at different levels. So you can summarize the information at the daily level, weekly level, or the monthly level, or sometimes at the yearly level. So we summarize the information and we load the data into the data warehouse. Right? So the data warehouse always contains summarized information. Always it contains the summarized information.